Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome here to Conwell-Egan, where we have the first matchup for Conwell-Egan in the state tournament. They will be facing the Boiling Springs Bubblers. And guys, how can Conwell-Egan come back after that absolutely heartbreaking loss in the championship to LaSalle?
Yeah, Matt. I mean, it was a tough loss, and now you're playing without your star junior pitcher and center fielder Brady Guzzi. Um, without him today, I mean, you really just gotta back up your pitcher. Jake McLean starting for Egan today. You gotta back up your pitcher, play solid defense. Things have been shaken up in the field today. Cullen Edwards coming back. He's playing third base instead of shortstop, and Gavin Hartley's been taken out of the lineup today. Um, Ethan Marriott's playing first base. So a lot of changes in the infield, trying to see if we can correct some of the errors that we made on last Friday against LaSalle. But you really just got to support your pitcher in the field and have a clean baseball game today.
Yeah, you're really right about that. Coming off of that heartbreaking, as you said, Matt, PCL season-ending championship game, and coming out to this state game here. Now, it has been a year of downtime since the Conwell-Egan Eagles were in a state playoff game, so this is definitely an exciting turn of events for them back at this. Another home hosting first round. You don't see that often, and that this is the second time that they're doing it. It's also really enjoyable. So great to see the boys are out here today at this 1 o'clock game, here to have fun and putting that championship game aside and looking out to this new turn of events, this new, should I say, dare to say, path ahead of them.
Yeah, hopefully they can definitely learn from that championship game against LaSalle. There were good things out of that game, like that comeback and the whole lesson of not giving up because you're never dead in a game like that. So hopefully they take that and then they learn from those errors and those physical errors too on the field. I don't remember the amount. I think it was around 3 errors, but that definitely turned the tide of the momentum early in the game. They had a good bit of momentum in the first couple innings that all eventually shifted to LaSalle in their favor. So teams are warming up. We should have a national anthem in prayer soon, and we will be back for first pitch of this game between Conwell-Egan and Boiling Springs.
Conwell-Egan Catholic for today's PIAA 4A first round state baseball game featuring the Bubblers of Boiling Springs High School versus the District 12 champion Conwell-Egan Catholic Eagles. Here are today's starting lineups. First, from Boiling Springs, batting first at shortstop, Chance Fleur. Second and in center field, Landon McMahon. Third and at first, Josh Snyder. Fourth and at second, Dom Beck. Fifth and catching, Torrin Williamson. Sixth and in left field, Timmy George. Seventh and at third base, Aaron Fleisel. Eighth and today's designated hitter, Cody Schaefer. And batting ninth is going to be Jonah Weimer in right field. Today's pitcher will be Phoenix Hauser. And Boiling Springs is led by Coach Tom Herr. And now for your Conwell-Egan Eagles, batting first and in at shortstop is Keegan Johnson. Batting second and in right field is Danny Freitag. Batting third and in center is Connor Landau. Batting fourth and catching this afternoon is Tommy Kalita. Batting fifth and on the mound is Jake McLean. Batting sixth in the left field is Chase Garofalo. Seventh and at second base is Colin Laverty. Eighth and at first will be Ethan Marriott. And ninth and at third base this afternoon for the Eagles is Colin Edwards. And the Eagles were led by head coach Jeff Manto. And today's contest will be officiated by Michael Finney, Jose Bernier, Chris Lozzi, and Marvin Doherty. The more I go away, the less you're actually. It's time you please rise and remove your hats for our playing of our national anthem.
So national anthem team introductions just finished up, and one thing you may have noticed if you were listening is that Brady Guzzi is neither batting in the lineup nor playing in the lineup. We mentioned that earlier, but we did see him taking a bit of batting practice behind us earlier in the game, so that is confirmed that he is not in the starting lineup. But always a chance maybe he comes off the bench to pitch hit, but Egan most likely wanting to rest him for the next game. So as Egan finishes up and takes the field, Jake McLean going out to the mound. Not normally a
Yeah, man. Jake hasn't pitched much this year, but he comes in with a 0 ERA through one appearance. 3 1/3 innings this year, 1 hit, 1 run, none earned. Hasn't walked anybody and 5 strikeouts through 3 1/3 innings. Pretty impressive.
I, Egan lineup is Tommy Kalita behind the plate, Ethan Marriott at Colin Laverty at second, Keegan Johnson at short, Colin Edwards at third, Danny Freitag in right, Connor Landau in center, and Chase Garfolo in left.
No, man, I gotta say, with this newish start of a lineup, taking out Gavin Hartley and Brady Guzzi, what are these boys gonna be able to do at the plate now that two of their so-called normal everyday players are no longer with them?
It's some adjustments in the field to be more sure-handed in the field. As we know, Egan has dealt with errors throughout the season, but if that comes at a cost of their batting, I'd say put defense over that, especially in a game like this.
Yeah. Boiling Springs is a team that puts the ball in play a lot. Not a lot of strikeouts, few walks here and there, but it'll be interesting to see how the Egan defense decides to handle this Boiling Springs team who plays small ball, lots of bunts, lots of sac flies. They get the job done. So we'll see how the Egan defense handles it today.
All right, so McLean finishing up his warm-up tosses out there. First up for Boiling Springs is number 8, Chance Floor, the shortstop, left-handed bat, leading off against the right-hander McLean out there on the mound. All right, so Floor will step in the box. McLean will step on the rubber, and we are just about ready to go for the first pitch of this state tournament. First pitch is upstairs and outside for ball one.
Yeah, interesting from Jake. I played with him over the summer, and he was always a wind-up guy with nobody on. And here we see him going from the stretch from the start. So we'll see how that favors him today.
Is outside for a ball.
Gotta think, is Colin there at third base looking for a bunt as he's playing up on that grass?
Couldn't imagine they do that quickly. You want to get something going as next pitch is in there for strike two, count leaving it 2-2. So he's in first at here is the pitch. Grounded to second, Laverty Fields flips to Marriott in time, and we got one away in the top of the first.
Play by Lab out there at second base, just a nice routine soft ground ball for him. Easy to get one out, and that is the first out of the game.
Nice to see them make a good shorthanded play on the first ground ball. Want to set the tone for the rest of the game there. As the next batter for Boiling Springs will be Man. Another left-handed bat against the righty. Here's the first pitch is upstairs, ball one. The 1-0 is right back to McLean. Flagged it down with his glove, picks it up and throws to first in time. Good thing about having a fielder out there on the pitcher's mound, able to track that ball, knock it down with his glove, get the out at first. We got two away.
Yeah, you're right about that, Matt. Having a fielder out there, not necessarily a straight up PO who doesn't take that much fielding practice, just someone with a quick reaction, and that ball was hit hard right back at him. Now, it was luckily not directly at his head, but definitely a hard hit all around.
Great job to track that ball there as the first pitch to Josh Schneider is outside first, right-handed batter of the day. Count will start 1-0. So it's only been three batters, but he has thrown a first pitch ball to all three of them, has gotten back in the count pretty well. Here's the 1-0. That one is in there for strike one, so he's starting behind, but he's doing enough to count well so far. Hope to keep that up from him.
Yeah, it seems like his get me over pitch has been that slider so far. See how that continues to affect him.
1-1. is popped up. Laverty will drift back, and he's got it. So 1 inning, 3 up, 3 down for Jake McLean. As we flip the camera over here. So, guys, obviously we've mentioned it earlier. Brady not in the lineup. How can Egan's bats make up for that? That's a huge loss there.
Yeah, I mean the biggest thing is going to be Freitag staying hot after his good game against LaSalle in the PCL championship. That triple in the first inning was a good kickstarter, and then Connor Landau taking that three spot. Now that Guzzi's out, he needs to stay hot. 18 RBIs this season. He's been good with runners in scoring position. Those singles into left center. So he just needs to keep doing that and keep up the RBIs.
Yeah, and the
For sure. For sure. Definitely has to keep doing as you're saying, Conor Landa. But it's not just that. That bottom of the lineup also needs to come into play a little bit. They've been on a good run. I mean, that end of the championship game, it was that bottom of the lineup to start that late rally for them. So if they can keep that up into this game, bring it over to where that 7, 8, 9 hole hitter is able to get the top of the lineup, resulting into more at bats, which then will lead into more hits. It would definitely be a big factor with their best hitter, or I should say, their go-to hitter, Guzzi, out in today's game.
yeah, and we can see as Boiling Springs takes the field here, their pitcher Phoenix Hauser on the mound today, left-hander. Got stats on him.
Yeah, Hauser has a 173 ERA this season through 32 and a third innings, 35 hits, 13 runs, 8 earned runs, 11 walks, and 50 strikeouts. Hauser has a 61 batting average against and a 322 on base percentage against. So pretty good stats for the kid this season. 32 and a third innings, 170 ERA is very good for a high school athlete.
Yeah, looking pretty decent out there. Not terribly hard throwing, but still looks like he's got decent pitches out there as they're finishing their warm-up throws right now. And leading off for Conwell-Egan, it is the everyday leadoff man, Keegan Johnson, the now playing shortstop today. He's had pretty decent season.
Now, am my eyes deceiving me, or does it look like the pitcher's wearing a hoodie?
He's wearing a hoodie, but he's got one sleeve cut, and he's got the sleeve on his left hand, which is his throwing hand.
No, it's one of those sleeveless hoodies, and he's got one of the arm sleeve on underneath on that left throwing arm there. Looks like he's trying to copy the kid from Etowah, who just won the state championship the other day. I might add.
Maybe it is copying, or I mean, and maybe it's a way to like maintain body temperature. I don't know. I mean, I wear arm sleeves and everything just as a way to protect my arms. So this could be a look thing, an aura maxing, aura farming type of thing, but I'm not sure.
So Keegan Johnson takes 3 pitches, is 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is driven to center. Going back is the center fielder. He's got room. He reaches up and he's got it. So good contact there from Johnson. Just hit it right at someone. It's not always a terrible thing getting good contact, but unfortunate that it's right at someone. As now we got the right fielder, Danny Freitag, coming up. Number 2 hitter had a triple to lead off. Triple in his first at bat, not leading off in the championship game against LaSalle. He had a double, and then he reached third on error in that comeback 7th inning that almost tied up that game as he takes a first pitch strike. Not quite agreeing with that call, but count will start 0-1. The 0-1 is foul tipped into the glove for strike 2. Hauser gets set pretty quickly as Freitag steps in the box, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Bit of a sword there from Freitag. Looked like he wanted to pull up his swing and just couldn't do it fast enough as there's 2 gone here in the bottom of the first.
I mean, I've said it before, but with Freitag's swing, a lot of movement can't really get to the ball as quickly as he can because he's taking all that time to load and do a lot of swinging before his actual swing. So if he can shorten that movement up a bit, maybe go more contact hitting when he has two strikes on him, definitely be a lot of a better hitter.
Now here is Connor Landau, number 3 hitter in the Brady Guzzi spot with 2 outs. 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. It'll be 1-1. Again, Hauser working quickly. The 1-1 is upstairs for ball 2. Count will go to 2-1. He really is working quickly out there. He's almost set as soon as he gets the ball back. Now taking a bit of a longer set there in the 2-1. Low for ball 3. 3-1. So Landau trying to work a 2-out walk here. That'd be good to get a runner on now. Time is called.
Seems just like Jake McLean. His get me over pitch, that off speed, the curveball. He's thrown it 1-0 and now 2-1. Missed once, got it over once. So
That one is right there for strike 2. So down 3-1. Hauser works it back to 3-2. Get it full. Now we got full count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. The pitch. It is upstairs for ball 4. Good eye there by Landau. And a 2-out runner now for Tommy Kalita, moved up to the 4 spot. All right, so the catcher, Tommy Kalita, with Landau on first and 2 outs. First pitch is low for ball 1. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there from Hauser. Evens the count at 1-1.
I mean, you definitely see this infield is definitely protecting that second base bag, trying to make sure Landau doesn't steal, but they're playing very tight, very close together. An open hole easily between second base and first.
Landau takes off, and Kalita fouls that one back. Count will be 1-2.
As I pointed, that second baseman, he is looking to cover that bag almost before the pitcher even throws the ball. So he's not worried about going to his left at all. So if Clayton can put a nice ball into right field, maybe like a ground ball into right field, Connor can easily be on third. So let's see if he can do that here.
yeah, with that left-handed breaking ball, though, you're gonna have to get your hands real inside on it and just drive it the other way, because that's probably what you're gonna see here.
Gonna throw over to first here. Landau back fairly easily. Count still 1-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless game so far. Here's the, I was going to throw over again. We'll be back. He's at 16 pitches right now, trying to finish the inning in one more and make it 17. Comes set, checks on Landau again. Landau takes off. Next pitch is grounded to short, taken on a hop, throws to first in time, and ends it on an even 17. So good inning there for Phoenix, Hauser, and Boiling Springs. They do give up a 2-out walk, but ends it all well with that ground out to shortstop. So you guys were talking about Hauser's pitches there and his pitch selection. What did we notice about his breaking ball there?
Yeah, it's a real get me over type of pitch. Can locate it pretty well. If he keeps throwing it like that, though, he probably is gonna leave one up there for somebody to go get. He just needs to locate it lower. The off speeds that we saw that were there for strikes were all letters high, belt high, and it was just he was leaving it too high, and somebody's gonna take advantage of that in this Egan lineup.
Yeah, so hopefully for Egan, he will leave one up there soon enough next inning, get some runners on. He did give up that one walk to Landau. You did say that pitch, you said to me that pitch was pretty much letter high. He could have gotten a hold of that one if he was looking for it. So that's just something Egan hitters are gonna have to take advantage of, like you said, and hopefully it'll play into their favor. But how do you think Jake McLean's gonna fare in this inning? He did pretty good in that first inning.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna see the heart of this order come through here with Beck and Williamson. The two best batting averages on the team, or excuse me, the first and third best batting averages on the team. Williamson batting 429 this season with 2 home runs, and then Beck batting 407 with 1 home run and 3 doubles. It'll be important to see how he mixes up his pitches against them. Like I said, he's relying on that slider as a get me over type of pitch whenever he needs to strike, and it's kind of just he needs to rely on his fastball, get it in on these hitters' hands. They play a lot of small ball, like I said. So you're gonna see some bunting. Maybe not right away from this 4 or 5 hitter, but 6, 7, 8, you'll see a lot of bunting and stuff like that. So they play a lot of small ball. So Jake will have to rely on that fastball a little bit more.
All right, so here comes Dom Beck for Boiling Springs, another right-handed bat against McLean. Hopefully he is able to get through this inning well. Only 10 pitches to get through that first inning, top of the first. Move to the top of the second here. First pitch to Beck is tapped foul up the third base line by the dugout, and there he gets that first pitch strike there. The 0-1 is outside for ball one, and it'll even to 1-1. McLean's set again, not nearly working as quickly as Hauser. Pitch is upstairs for ball two. Count will go to 2-1.
You really see it out there that Egan's infield, especially the middle infield, are playing for that ball up the middle. They seem to be pinched on almost like a double play scenario. So if they have enough range and movement to get those balls to their left or right, that would surely be helpful. But if just to point out, they are fairly close to the middle, protecting that shots back to the pitcher.
Yeah, they are. As that last pitch goes outside, 3-1. And got him to swing on that one. Beck had that green light, decided to go for it, and count will even up 3-2. So there was another strike on that slider for McLean. Now he's got the count full to Beck. 3-2 pitch. Popped up. Center field. Landau barely moving, shuffles a bit, makes the catch. And we got one out here after McLean was down 3-1 in the count. He battles back and gets the fly out as next batter is Williamson.
A little bit of a scary fly out there. Landau looking to be camping under it, moving probably 2 shuffles to his right before having to quickly backtrack behind him and then make a play at his chest high. So if you could maybe make it less terrifying with a state game on the line, that'd be lovely. But overall, good catch by him.
First pitch to Williamson is outside for ball one. Count will start 1-0. Next pitch is hacked down the right side. Marriott going for a run, and it's out foul, out of play. Freitag was over there too. Count will even to 1-1. So we have seen first pitch ball to all batters but Beck, who had that foul ball first pitch. But that hasn't seemed to rattle him at all so far. I know it's early, but he's gotten back in these counts well as the 1-1 pitch home is breaking ball well upstairs for ball two, count to 2-1. The 2-1 is there for strike two. Count will go to 2-2. Now McLean in heading the count 2-2. Tapped up the middle. McLean couldn't get it. Flagged down by Laverty. Over to first in time. Ethan Marriott with the split. Colin Laverty with the field. And that's a good play by Egan in the field.
As I said before, the middle infielders were pinching that middle, making sure that any ball back up that will be secured. As we saw there, Colin Laverty with a great play up the middle and a great on the run throw to Ethan Marriott there at first base.
It's stretched there by Ethan Marriott too, knowing that he had to hurry up there as next batter is George. First pitch is in there for strike one. Next pitch is upstairs, make it 1-1. Now the 1-1 is driven to left. Garfolo dives and he can't get it. Takes some time to get up. Landau backs him up, and George is going to be held to second. Good job by Landau getting to that quickly. That could have really been trouble, but I'm not sure why Garfolo dove for that one. Didn't play it on a hop and hold him to a single.
Well, Matt, you can't really play the ball in the hop at this field. There's too many rocks, too many divots out there in the outfield to where if you let a ball bounce, unlike turf, you don't know where it's going. It could hop right into your face. It could skid along the dirt. It could do whatever. So I love the attempt by him out there in left field trying to make a play. Hopefully he's all right. It looks like he was holding his wrist out there trying to get up. So it looks like they might be giving him a little bit of time, Garfolo in left field, making sure he's okay. He looks good now. Um, but yeah, good attempt by him, good running motion. Just missed the ball. Wasn't it was very close.
Now here's Fossil. Definitely a hit there. Not sure if they're going to call it a double or reach second on error. We'll update on that as the first pitch is grounded foul. But if that's an error for Egan, that's another game with an error. So hopefully not a very costly one there, but just another error to tack onto their season total. Pitch is down low for ball one. Count will go to 1-1.
A little jumpy out there at second base, kind of dancing with McLean, going back and forth. Hopefully Conlad can keep him close as Keegan Johnson is playing off, expecting a pulled ball here.
Now the 1-1. He did go around. It is strike two. And McLean taking a long while. Now comes set. And the 2-2. It is a called strike three on the outside corner. So McLean works around that hit there by George, and he will get the follow-up strikeout. So he's looked pretty good through 2 innings here as Conwell-Egan will go back to the bat. Still a scoreless game going on the bottom of the first, but for not pitching all that much this year, he's looked pretty good so far.
Yeah, he's looked pretty good so far here today. Uh, just left that pitch a little bit too down the middle to Williamson, or I'm sorry, to George for that double. Um, and it, it's just a tough play out there in left field. I mean, me and Sean already talked about it. We believe that Garofalo was playing a little too far off the line, and then that play brought him towards the line. Honestly, in my opinion, where a normal left fielder would be playing.
Well, give or take, yeah, the ball was shot down and did have a little bit of topspin to it, so it definitely was coming down on a steep angle for Garfolo to make the play, and he would not have gone it if he did not make a diving attempt whatsoever. Yes, if he was playing a little bit to the line, maybe a running grab would have been a lot easier, maybe a bit of closer play for sure. Love to see him kind of think a little bit more out there if that kid will pull a ball or not. But we just love that the good attempt by him out there love to hear and love to see him really giving it all for this state game.
Yeah, love to see the effort out there. Just wish he could have come up with that play, but no harm done there as McLean gets out of the inning, and now McLean got that strikeout. Now gets to lead off the inning against Hauser. First pitch to him is stairs and outside for ball one. This count will start 1-0. Pitch. Big breaking ball in there for strike one. Count evens to 1-1. 1-1. Other breaking ball just misses. Be 2-1. 2-1 is spiked low, goes past the catcher, and we'll go to 3-1 now. So Clay looking to work that leadoff walk. They had a walk last inning. That was Connor Landau with 2 outs. Now looking to get a leadoff base runner, which would be pretty important if you want to get some runs this inning. Give McLean a bit of a cushion on the mound. Now here's the 3-1. Fouled off and back. It'll go to 3-2 and a full count.
You know, I'm surprised that the school hasn't let the students out to come watch the game right now. Maybe in a little bit they might, but fans definitely are loaded along the fence. So it's not a drought by any means without the students.
3-2 is fouled back. Yeah, you're right about that. I remember a couple years ago, I think last year, my theology class came out because we finished our final. There's pretty much nothing left to do in the year, so why not come out and support your baseball team in the state tournament? But school's out in a little less than an hour, so I can barely imagine no one would come out as McLean lines this one off of Hauser. Second baseman gets to the ball and throws to first in time. What a fortunate play for Boiling Springs there. Goes right off the pitcher, little bit to the side of the second baseman, still got to it and threw to first in time. So
Yeah, back to the thing about the school not letting the students out. It doesn't really surprise me as recently there's been a fight going on for them to be able to come out, but the softball parents had a because last year the school did not let the students out to come watch the softball state playoff games, so the softball parents were having a fit about that.
Yeah, it's a shame and everything like that, I'm sure. But I mean, again, softball has been to the States, maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 of the last 5 years.
Yeah,
So
about
it's
that.
not new for them. Egan has not been to States for about 20 years, taking out that 2024 season.
now here's Garfolo. Starts the count 0-1. Next pitch is low. It'll go to 1-1. Catcher, bit of pain there after that pitch. Umpire giving him some time there. Looks to be all right. Definitely uncomfortable back there being a catcher when those balls are bouncing in the dirt in front
Tell
of
me
you.
about it.
Here is the 1-1, and Garfolo rips it to right. That will be caught by the right fielder. Bit of a jumping catch there. Didn't think he was going to come up with it, but he does. And good contact by Garfolo is put away with that catch. And now it'll be Colin Laverty, left-handed bat for Egan with 2 outs.
Now, I gotta say that by all means had to be Garfield's maybe best swing we've seen in a while from him. And I should say the PCL playoff game, state playoff game. Just a great hard hit ball, driving it the other way, exactly what you want to do in the cages. Right fielder just seemed to have a beat on it a little bit, lost it for a second and then refound it. So that's unlucky for the Garfolo's hit to be taken away, but beautiful swing by him and beautiful barrel.
First two pitches hit there. Count quickly 0-2 to Laverty, the second baseman. Now, Hauser already set to go with the 0-2 pitch home. Hit opposite way, fouled back. Now we'll do the 0-2 pitch again. Grounded up the middle, backhanded by Hauser. It'll flip to first in time. So some good contact in that inning by Egan. McLean hit that one pretty much up the middle if Hauser wasn't standing there. Then Garfolo opposite way into right, flagged down by the right fielder. Bit of a weaker ground out there by Lavery to finish it off, but it's good to see them getting like contact and not just striking out and whiffing.
Yeah, I mean, a real good swing by McLean there. Hit that ball hard up the middle off of the pitcher, and good to see that the pitcher's okay. But if he hit that ball real hard, and then with Garofalo's swing, probably the best swing we've seen from him this year, to be honest. He hit that ball real hard right in the right center field gap, and the right fielder just made a good play, running catch.
So McLean in there for another inning of work. He has pitched 2 good innings, trying to get a third one now. As the next batter is Schaefer, the DH for Boiling Springs. First pitch is upstairs for ball one, so count will start 0-1. Next pitch is on that corner for strike 2. One is looks like it was in that same spot, but not there for ball 2. It'll go 2-1. McLean only at 31 pitches. Pretty efficient so far. That good first inning, only 10 pitches there. Good second inning. Now the 2-1 is right there for strike 2, so evens that up to 2-2.
Pitch by McLean. I mean, we have seen it so far through. Is this batter number 9, I believe, 8 or 9? And he keeps coming back on these batters, going down in the count as there's a ball-driven foul. He keeps coming back on these batters, going down 2-1, 2-0, 1-0, and making his way back on them and finishing them off, making sure that they are staying off the bags and making sure they're not getting hit. So it's good all around by him. Now we'd love to see him with a little bit more first pitch strikes, a little bit more ahead in the count as the game goes on. But good of him to keep his head in the game against these batters and not letting those 2-0, 2-1 counts get to him.
2-2 is popped up. Another foul ball. And we'll do a 2-2 again. So good job of batter here to stay alive in this count with 2 strikes on him. Another pitch is low. Kalita tried to frame that one. It's low. Count will go full to 3-2. So good battle here between these two, the pitcher and the hitter, playing with that 3-2. Just poked it foul. Good job staying alive there. Pretty impressive at bat here for Schaefer. McLean set, Schaefer set. We'll do a 3-2 again. Low in the dirt, ball 4. So Not how you want to start an inning with a leadoff walk, but I'm pretty confident McLean will settle down here. Hold the runner. Oh, 1-0, excuse me. Count starts over, throw over to first. Runner gets back safely there. Now comes set. The 1-0 pitch is bunted. Edwards charging, goes off the tip of his glove, and everyone's going to be safe. Edwards was right there. I think he took his eye off the ball a little bit there, went off the tip of his glove, and it'll be runners on first and second for
Tough,
Boiling
tough
Springs. And
play
now,
for Edwards out there. Came in running, definitely expecting. You could see as Edwards was coming in to make an on-the-run grab. He was definitely looking to even go to second. His mind was all two, two, two. So and then he had to quickly switch to one. I'm sure there might have been something said for him to go to one, which maybe made him miss the ball or something. But good attempt by him. It's unlucky to see that this is his first real game back since his injury, and nothing you can really do there. As the runner is called safe all around. Looks like Manto was arguing a call of maybe the batter stepping on the plate, trying to bunt the ball.
all right, so a bit of trouble for McLean as back to the top of the order with Floor. 2 on, nobody out. And the first pitch is hacked the opposite way, drifting foul. Starts at 0-1. Starts at 0-1. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Floor. Checks back on the runners. Outside for ball one. It'll be 1-1. Now the 1-1 is grounded to the side off of Johnson's glove and into left field. Everyone is safe and it's bases loaded, no outs.
That is an unlucky play. Johnson had the ball in the glove. Looks like he took his eyes off it, trying to make a play at third or throw across the diamond before he even had the ball. So unlucky there. He doesn't make those many errors, or typically those easy to play errors. Looks like it might have been just a mental slip at that. But I dare to say, why would you not be playing opposite? The kid just hit two balls to the opposite side of the field. Isn't that when you want to switch your defensive strategy and have your second baseman hold the guy at second and let the shortstop play normal depth?
Well, first time around, the kid grounded out to second base, pulled a couple balls down the line. So I would have had the same thing going because I mean that's a normal hold on. I mean you shortstop holding on for a left-handed batter. So I mean that's about normal. So I he grounded out to second base first time around, pulled the ball. So it surprised me a little bit that he went the other way. So I mean I don't know.
I read that. That slipped my mind pulling to second base for sure. I mean, McLean was pitching outside, so nothing you do. The kid kind of poked the ball out there. Just not
So
the type of defense you want to be seeing this early into the game.
so after a first pitch ball there, Kalita goes and he's got to talk to McLean for a minute. I got here. I'd really say it's ball. So Too much to here. He's got to stay locked in on the task at hand. Here's the pitch. It's outside for ball two. It's 2-0. The last thing you want to see is a run walked home. Now 2-0. Comes set and comes home. Man fouls that one off. So we'll get a strike on him there. Count to 2-1.
Good ball up in the hand, making the batter trying to stay in, trying to pull the ball.
2-1 is fouled back, so he gets 2 strikes on him. It's 2-2. Would be amazing if McLean can get a strikeout here. Here is the 2-2 pitch to McMahon. Ground ball to first. Marriott's going to step on first and throw home, and they didn't get him. I thought he got his hand in there, but a run will score. They get an out, and it is 1-0 Boiling Springs.
That's a good play by Merritt out there. Unlucky. Kid looks like he got straight to the bag. Now, I think, yes, maybe if Marriott made a throw to Cleta a little bit earlier, maybe Cleta would have had a force play, just being able to step on the base instead of trying to tag the runner, to which Marriott instead stepped on first and then threw it. But good by him to get the out. Unfortunate that you have to let the run cross.
So it's 1-0 runners on second and third. This one is driven deep to center. Landau going back, and it is gone. That ball was absolutely crushed by Snyder, and it is 4-0.
That ball surely was peace. You could tell straight off the bat, no doubt about it, that ball was gone. I mean, I definitely thought there's a chance of the ball reaching the parking lot. I'm not gonna lie, out there in right center. It did not hit the parking lot. It went to the grass instead. But that is something that you don't like to see at this point in the game. A 3-run home run after an upsetting turn of events.
And it looks that is going to be the end of the line for McLean. 2 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 2 hits. Or you saw a little discussion there between the and first base coach and Egan's coaches. Looks like the first base coach came out of the box, came all the way down, and looks like Ethan Marriott's going to come into pitch here. So a correction there on McLean's final stat line. Not 4 earned runs, but one, as there's a walk and a couple errors in there. And now we get to see Ethan Marriott on the mound as McLean moves over to first. All right, so after the home run by Snyder, Marriott with 1 out here in the third, and this one is driven down the line. That's a fair ball. It's going to go all the way down the line up to the track. Garfolo misses the field. Now he bobbles the ball. Snyder's going to, or Beck, excuse me, is going to stay at second, and it's just not looking great right now in this third inning for Egan. So the next batter will be Williamson with another runner in scoring position. 1 out runner at second. First pitch is outside for ball one. So McLean was rolling right along there and then just kind of hit a wall there in the third inning. Next pitch is slapped to center. Landau looks like he has it. He does. Runner tagging the third is going to go back. Smart decision there. Would have definitely been out. So there is a good out there to keep the runner. And now with 2 outs, you just need anywhere to get George out.
Good catch by Landau out there in center field, able to track the ball back to the fence before making a strong throw to Keegan at short, making sure the runner does not get an extra 90 feet. So kudos to him.
First pitch to George is upstairs for ball one. The 1-0 pitch is popped up. That'll go out of play. So count will even at 1.
See on the mound, Marriott has a bit of a sidearm 3/4 slot action to his delivery.
Fought off into the middle of the infield, and Laverty puts it away. So Egan finally gets out of that inning, but not before 4 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors for Boiling Springs. 2 hits, excuse me. And with those 2 errors in that inning, that kind of has been like Egan's fielding year is gone. They just seem solid, and they just give up a couple errors, and that leads to a bunch of runs for the opposition.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, we talked about coming in and playing clean baseball today, and Egan hasn't done that so far. First 2 innings were good. I mean, Jake had that double down the line, but other than that, he looked good. And then coming in here, lead off walk, those always come back to bite you. And then the 2 errors, it hurts to watch after what happened in that PCL championship game.
Yeah, but if there's one thing we learned from that championship game about Egan is that they won't go down without a fight. So hopefully they don't save that fight for the very end of the game and they can get that fire going now. They definitely need a response this inning. Even 1 run helps. Just get some confidence behind you to say we can do this. And I definitely believe they can do this. Even though Guzzi's not in their lineup, they've still got Landau, they got Kalita, they got Keegan Johnson. They have the bats to do it. It's just whether they actually can go out and do it. As the leadoff batter will be Ethan Marriott. Will come in as the first batter of the inning, number 8 hitter against Hauser. Fouls that one back. One two pitch home to start the inning for Hauser. And now the 9 hitter, Colin Edwards, coming back from his injury at the end of the regular season. Back in the starting lineup in the 9 spot playing third base.
This is his first at bat since the injury, right?
I believe so, yes.
All right. So state playoff game. You just had a injury regular season, couldn't play the PCL playoffs game. So this is his first real varsity playoff game, right? That he's starting.
First 2 pitches in there for strikes 1 and 2. And Hauser just hitting the zone really well here. He's hitting a spot. Just looking really comfortable out there, the 0-2. That is off the plate by definitely a couple inches there. I mean, the first couple ones I can understand, but that last one was definitely off the plate. And now got two down with top of the order Keegan Johnson coming up.
I dare to say that last pitch probably would hit about like Connor Lander, like standing as close to the plate as he can, would hit him in the knees. That was definitely not a strike.
It's a rough day. Already getting flashbacks to the PCL championship here.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't come to that, as the first pitch to Keegan was outside for ball 1. Now Keegan taps it. Third baseman charging, he'll field it quickly. Throw to first is picked on a hop, and Egan goes down very quietly and sort of feeling now.
Boiling Springs was, I'd say, ready to play. They weren't definitely not sleepy and tired and all of a sudden are now jitterbugs awake. No, they definitely came in ready to play. And you're right, Egan was stoked to play. They were here, they were pumping music, they were dancing, they were jamming out. They had their bodies flowing, they had everything going. The rhythm was great. And that momentum switch after that home run has definitely laid a blow. I mean, you definitely see some of their defensemen out here. They're not, their heads aren't down like that LaSalle championship game. No, their heads are still up. They're still playing baseball, but you can definitely see their bodies are a little bit more slowed down. Their rhythm is a little bit more slowed down. Everything is just a lot slower for them right now. And that is kind of what's causing them to be in rhythmic, this rhythmic trance, I dare to say, to where they have to snap out of this. And I do believe they will snap out of this. Who will be the cause of that? We don't know. But I do feel like this game is far from over and they will make a comeback. They will not go down without a fight.
So it will be Faisal leading it off for Boiling Spring against Ethan Marriott still out there on the mound. McLean over at first. First pitch, jammed him, grounded to third. Edwards has it. Took a couple pumps to throw, and it gets past McLean. Edwards pumped quite a few times before he threw, and then McLean just unable to come up with a scoop, and that will be probably another error. Yeah, E5 on Edwards there. DH Boiling Spring. Down out of McLean's glove. Everyone's gonna be safe for today.
This is not the Colin Edwards that we're used to seeing, that regular season Colin Edwards. Now he is at a different position for sure. I mean, it might be wrapped. I don't know, but he definitely is over at third base. As you see, Keegan Johnson, I'd quote unquote call the captain of this infield, has called them all to the mound, setting their heads straight, putting them into this game. That is something you love to see from your infield captain out there. Now Edwards is at a different position. You're normally used to seeing him at shortstop, and now he's at third. So definitely a longer throw, different angles. But this is not him. He is a much better player than this, and maybe his head's in the clouds or something. Maybe those errors are getting to him, but this is not the Colin Edwards we're normally used to.
Now it's the 9-hitter Weimer with runners on first and third, no one out. It's
I
gonna
did just
throw
get
over.
confirmation that Colin Edwards does have his wrist wrapped. The wrap right around that hand into the palm of the hand down to the wrist, so that could be affecting these throws.
First pitch is swung on and missed for strike one. So you just really hope that Marriott can get his head right. And I mean, none of this is really his fault. Just got to hope that he can make up for it on the mound as he throws over again, runner back safely. Just really unfortunate to see Egan, who's had such a good year, just to see this happen to them in a big spot. Next pitch is shot opposite way foul. So now an 0-2 count, and Marriott ahead here. So throw over again. It's back safely.
Got to watch for those throwovers. I mean, we know what happened in the championship game, so got to be careful with those, especially with a man on third.
0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Bit of a bit of a Castellanos swing there, an outside breaking ball, and Marriott's got one away, and he'll take that all day long with a double play in order at second base. But top of the lineup in Flores coming up next. First pitch upstairs for ball one will be 0 and 1 and 0, excuse me. The 1-0 is popped up to right. Freitag drifting. He will make the catch. Threw it into McLean. Runner did not go. And after 2 on, no out, it's 2 on, 2 out. And Marriott looking pretty good to get out of this inning. Hopefully he can finish it off here with McMahon up next. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. The 1-0 is fly to right. Freitag drifting back, and he's got it. So Ethan Marriott coming in, had 2 on runners on the corners, nobody out, and he gets out of it with a strikeout and 2 flyouts. So very impressive job there by him. Someone who doesn't pitch every day, doesn't pitch that often even, and he gets out of that jam. That was a tough jam too. And if they gave up a run, Egan's heads would have really been down. We saw the body language out there, and yeah, it's just impressive of him to get out of that and give them a chance to pick themselves up with their bats, which they really need to do this inning.
Yeah, I mean, we knew the offense was going to struggle without Guzzi today, but I didn't think it was going to be this bad. I mean, no hits through 3 innings, one base runner on the walk.
If you're wondering who just popped up on camera, that was a friend of ours. He was actually a part of that 2024 Conwell-Egan team who last made it to States. So a little fun reunion there.
Yeah, just gotta hope that this Egan team out here is able to get something started. Number 2 batter, Danny Freitag, will be up next against Hauser. And this top of the order has been hot, but when they've been cold, they've been cold. So Freitag coming off a good championship game. He got that hit that got Egan's offense rolling in the top of the 7th. It almost mounted that comeback. But let's see if he can get something going here. Lefty-righty matchup here as the first pitch to Freitag is skied to right. Right fielder and first baseman coming out, and he puts it away and makes the catch. So not how you want to start it if you're Egan with that flyout and Landau coming up. Now Landau coming up. He walked his first at bat. The pitch is right there for strike 1.
Breaking ball first pitch to Landau.
The 0-1 is also in there for strike 2.
A lot of outside pitching to these Conwell-Egan Eagles out here. I guess trying to make them just put their hands out there, not let them drive the ball.
Landau almost went on that one, able to hold up. And it'll be 1-2. The 1-2. That is in the other batter's box. I don't understand that at all.
It's brutal. These calls on the outside part of the plate.
We have a view
I mean,
right over the
it's
plate, and that was genuinely in the other batter's box. I could see dirt between the plate and the ball.
yes, for sure. I mean, now we can't. It's all from perspective. Now you're pitching on the outside part of the plate. The umpire is lined up on the inside of the plate, so obviously he's going to have a different perspective of whether or not that ball's crossing, as there's a swing and miss by Tommy Kalita.
Now he has to swing at that pitch because it's been called a strike, and that's not a strike.
You do, but there's nothing you can say at this point. You kind of just have to foul it off. Hopefully the pitcher messes up.
Kalita knocks that one to left. Left fielder going back, and it will be short and foul over by that fence. And count is quickly 0-2, so you can still hitless through 3 2/3 right now as we're in the 4th inning. And they really got to get something going here. So Kalita got the count 0-2, 2 outs. Definitely needs something here. Long stretch here. Now comes set, and Kalita calls time. On the pitch. That one was outside. I think the catcher framed that one a bit too hard. And count will go 1-2. The pitch. That one way outside. Go to 2-2. Was 0-2, now 2-2. Here's the pitch. That one also well outside. Bit of a frame there. Doesn't go. 0-2 to 3-2 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Egan still without a hit. Here's the pitch. Just fouled back by Kalita. Barely got a piece of that one.
He's definitely staying alive out here, looking to find his pitch, get his rhythm going, get a nice barrel ball. I honestly expect a nice barrel ball out of Kalita after that foul ball. Looks like he's really on this pitcher. So you got to think, with Kalita seeing these fastballs pretty well, you think he kind of just spits at something in the dirt?
Yeah, possibly. You gotta hope that he It's a good eye here with the 3-2 home. It is in the dirt, and he draws the 2-out walk. So now McLean coming up. There are 2 outs, but we remember what Egan did with 2 outs in the championship game. That won't stop them. So now here's McLean coming up with Kalita over at first. It's got to need a hit here. You don't want a walk. You need a hit if you're Egan. You got to get something going. Can see over at first with Kalita getting on. You got Dalton Johnson out there, so a good bit of speed there for Egan. Look for a stolen base and I wouldn't try to stretch or risk anything too much, but with good speed out there, you might. All right, now first pitch to McLean, just fouls it back. Starts 0-1. The 0-1. Outside, blocked down by catcher. It'll go to 1-1.
We see at first base, Johnson's a little bit nervous there at first as a pinch runner, hoping to not get picked off. You can see he's quickly getting back to the bag before the pitch is thrown. So not looking to steal a bag, looking to play more smart defense. Not smart defense. As there's a pass ball, and Johnson easily takes the bag. So good for him. Easy extra 90 feet.
Yeah, McLean with a bit of a awkward swing there at that one. Got by the catcher. Johnson pulls into second. Now Egan's got a runner in the scoring position here. It is 1-2 to McLean with 2 outs. 56th pitch on the way. It is popped right up. First baseman calls it off, and he's got it. And it's another scoreless inning and hitless inning for Egan as we go to the top of the fifth. I think Ethan Marriott back over at first base. So we'll see who's coming in to pitch. Could be Keegan Johnson. We're looking, yeah, it looks like Keegan Johnson as Cohen's going to short. So this is where Egan really needs a pick-me-up inning. I know I've said they need to get something going, they need to get something going, but right now it is the top of the fifth inning out of 7 innings, and they still don't have a hit. And they've had 1 runner in scoring position and 2 base runners off 2 walks.
Yeah, they gotta pick it up a bit. I mean, we're coming into the later stages of the game. You got 3 innings to work with. You gotta start picking it up. These hits have to be better than just weak contact, hoping to get by the boiling infield. They gotta like be hard balls, hard barrels, finding gaps. And then when we get on base, we have to make sure we stay on base, and we have to make sure that we're moving each other over and we're playing for the team rather than ourselves. So these hitters have to be looking better. They have to be looking a lot tougher out there, a lot stronger. They can't be just swinging at nothing, which is something the Boiling team has been capable of doing, is staying strong, making sure they're attacking their own pitch. So if we can see those Eagles do it today, do it at this end of the game, is staying strong, attacking their pitch, then I think the score of this game could definitely be and will be different.
Yeah, you just gotta hope that putting Keegan on the mound maybe gives them a bit of a pick me up there, and then you gotta go through the middle of this order, and then you gotta hit when your time comes up, and that's something that they have to do. Their half inning, they need people on base with less than 2 outs. Excuse me, not more than less than 2 outs. They've only had a 2-out base runner. The only 2 times they've had someone on. So it's gonna be Snyder leading it off. Homered his last at bat, that bomb to right center field. And here we go. Keegan Johnson on the mound. The first pitch. It's well inside.
Set the
Ball.
tone a bit, mark your territory a little bit.
Well, this is the home run from last time. So giving him a little bit of a warning. Let's not do that again. Bat flip was a little bit more than more than what was necessary.
Umpires are actually going to get
That
together and
wasn't
talk about it here.
necessary.
Yeah,
It
this
wasn't on purpose. Keegan's an arm side up and in thrower. That definitely was not a purpose, not his head. The catcher, knowing Kalita would not call something like that, Keegan, I don't think would intentionally attempt something like that.
yeah, you can see Kalita talking with the batter and the on deck man. They're just talking. There's no argument going on there. Keegan was like, "What did I do? I didn't do anything. I just new pitcher coming into the game. He just missed his spot."
Yeah, there was no intent behind that whatsoever. Keegan always throws arm side. There's nothing wrong with that pitch. It wasn't even that far inside. Bit of an overreaction, but
And so Keegan out there laughing about it on the mound, smiling a little bit. Good to see any emotion other than having your head down from someone on this Egan team. But count will start 1-0. Now the pitch upstairs will be 2-0. Next pitch is popped to right center. Landau puts his arm out. Looks like he has it, and he does. So long fly ball to right center field, but put away there by Landau, and we got one out in the top of the fifth. Beck, the next batter, swings and misses at a high pitch. There it'll be 0-1 to start. 0-1 pitch is upstairs for ball one. I thought maybe the way he's been calling that zone, that might be a strike, but it's a ball. 1-1. Good break on that ball. It'll come back inside for strike. Count to 1-2 now. And Keegan working pretty quickly out there, and he's looking pretty good through a batter and a half so far. First pitch. Poked into left field, and that's just, you got to credit the batter on that one there. He went down, he got that one, he one-handed it out into left. So sometimes you just got to credit the batter on that. No fault if Keegan's there.
Yeah, it's unlucky. Off the end of the bat, definitely not a barreled ball, definitely not a strong hit at all. Just measly placed over where the shortstop can't reach.
So now we got Williamson at the plate. One out, first pitch in there for a strike. Double play in order for the Egan infield. The 0-1 is more of a strike than been called before, but it'll be called a ball. This time it's 1-1. Runner takes off, pitch inside for a ball. Kalita's throw to second is blocked from going into the outfield. So good job of Laverty to block it, but unable to get the tag down, and that takes away the double play, puts a runner in scoring position with one out. Now the count 2-1 with one out. Here's the pitch. Poked into right. It's going to be caught by Freitag. Looked like it was going to fall for a minute, but Freitag good range on that, able to come in and get over to put that one away. And now we got two outs with runner in scoring position for Timmy George coming up next batter for Boiling Springs.
good start to this inning. I mean, two quick outs. Yes, there is a man on second, but still, two quick outs, only in 11 pitches. So, not a bad go around.
Next pitch was looked like it was there, but must have been a little bit outside for ball one, count 1-0. And set again with the 1-0. Flown to center. Landau started back, now coming in, and he makes the catch. Oh my goodness, Connor Landau. Bit of an adventure out there. Took a step back and then came sprinting in, laid out to make that catch. And another instance where Egan works around a bit of trouble on the base path. Luckily able to keep that run off the board, hold it at a 4-0 game, but there's an inning that you definitely need to do something. It is this inning.
I
Yeah.
mean, if we want to talk about Conwell-Egan baseball today, that play kind of is the summary of what's been going on. You look like you have it out there. You look like the ball's in your court, easy can of corn, and then you're having to scramble to fix the pieces, scramble to make sure that it's still an out. So a play like today could summarize the game so far. That last graceful catch by Connor Landau is surely to be a statement.
Yeah, I mean, we knew, like I said, we knew the offense was gonna struggle a little bit today. I definitely didn't expect 4 no-hit innings. Um, I mean, you have 2 walks from your 3 and 4 hitters, and some hard contact from the top of your lineup, and even the middle of your lineup. I mean, Jake McLean, Chase Garofalo, some hard contact. Now you need Garofalo, Laverty, Marriott, Edwards. You need them all to step up and have some hard contact here, find a gap, get a ball down. You need First thing you have to do before you can score a run is break up this no hitter. Once you break up this no hitter, the hits will keep coming, and hopefully you'll be able to score some runs. And I mean, you just haven't been able to touch this pitcher much, so we'll have to see what happens here.
Yeah, just need a little bit of momentum. And something to note here, school is just getting out. I can see some kids walking out of the building. Hopefully some students come down here to support their baseball team. Maybe they'll get loud, give the team some energy. Their energy translates to the team. Hopefully, we'll see. But they need something. It is quiet in that dugout. Everyone's standing up still, but just quiet there. Now here's Garfolo. He had a pretty good swing his last at bat, as that first pitch is outside for ball one. Oh, one is shot foul. Count to 1-1. Excuse me, that was the 1-0 pitch. It'll be Garfolo, Laverty, and Marriott up next, as the 1-1 pitch is almost hit Garfolo. I thought it brushed his jersey almost, and that is called a strike. It'll be 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Grounded back to Hauser right at his glove. He flips to first in time. So 1 out, bottom of the fifth. Laverty coming up. Laverty looking to bunt there and go to the backstop, but it'll be a strike. He offered at it. JT, with Egan struggling here, do you think there's any chance Brady Guzzi could pinch hit?
I mean, it all depends on how he feels realistically. Um, he pulled that hamstring in that PCL championship last Friday. Um, Not sure how he's feeling. Obviously, not pitching today, so love to see how Manto decides to play this.
That one back to the mound again, flagged down by Hauser, and there's just nothing going for Egan at all today. 2 outs in the top of the fifth,
And
bottom
I
of the fifth.
dare to say, if if Connor Landau's terrific catch out there in center field to end the last inning was not a summary of the defense, then Con Lowry's hit right there is a summary of the offense.
Now we're just Marriott. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Just not getting that hard contact. They got some good hard contact in the first couple innings, but other than that, it hasn't been much. That next pitch is a delayed strike call and count as 0-2 pretty quickly. Now 0-2. Swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove. And that is 5 no-hit innings for Egan. I feel like we just had the camera on us 10 seconds ago, and it's just a long time in the field, and then about 30 seconds of batting time for Egan today. It's just been, they just haven't really had anything going right for them today.
I mean, there's nothing much that you can say. It's been sloppy work for Egan. I mean, again, I don't know if it's that half this team are seniors and they've been done school for a week, maybe, like no classes, I'm saying, and maybe they're kind of just out of the high school experience so far and they're kind of just done with it. Maybe it could be that, hey, it's summer vacation underway, and like right around the corner, that this entire team will be out of school, out of done, and everyone's just ready to move on. Or it could just be a bad day. I mean, granted, it's nice, beautiful weather. Egan has been used to playing in 50, 60-degree weather all season until the past 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks, I dare to say. Whatever the reason may be, Egan is just playing very sloppy today. And this is not the baseball that these fans have come to see. This is not the baseball that we came to see. This is not the baseball that they're normally seeing, that they're normally playing. I mean, we got 2 innings left for Egan, and hopefully we can turn something around. Maybe 2 innings turns into three if we're lucky. I do think that Keegan will put on a nice performance going into these last couple of innings, last couple of pitches, last couple of batters. It's just those bats, as we were saying, Egan needs to find a way to start actually using them.
Fazal fights that one off to Edwards. A short throw across to Marriott is in time. So one good out here with the DH Schaefer coming up next. First pitch to Schaefer is, that's not a strike, but it's a strike today. So count will start 0-1. Low. We'll go to 1-1. Johnson working decently quickly here. The 1-1 is driven to the left. Garfolo a couple steps back, now a couple steps in. He makes the catch. He almost dropped one too. He drifted back and came forward, then had to cut to his left and just, I mean, it's getting the job done, but it's just shaky and sloppy. I mean, hasn't looked clean. Now the 9-hitter, Weiner coming up. And that's 4 errors on the day for Egan too, something to note. First pitch in there for strike one. It's been 4-0 Boiling Springs on 4 hits and 4 errors for by Egan. So just not clean as that one is hacked foul over the dugout. And 0-2. And this is a good quick inning by Keegan Johnson. Hopefully he can just get the out here and quickly get back to the dugout. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. So good inning there by Keegan Johnson. And as a leader and a senior on this team, he's got to go back in that dugout and he has got to get his team fired up because they need something. And if his performance on the mound doesn't give him any energy, I mean, he's just got to translate whatever he has to his team and make sure that his team can follow him.
Yeah, you're right. A senior who was not named a captain, but is surely acting like one for this game, trying to keep his team alive, trying to pump everybody up, keep them going. I mean, he's doing a fine job out there on the mound, coming in as relief, making sure to shut down these boiling hitters, making sure to keep Egan at least within an eye view of this game. And it's just so much you can do as one player. I mean, who will listen to you? We don't know. As we're taking a look now outside the window, it looks like Dalton Johnson is going to be getting a turn to hit.
Dalton Johnson looks to be leading off here for Cullen Edwards.
All right, so Dalton Johnson is coming in and looks irritated, something. That's why he has to come out. Maybe he just wants a different bat in the lineup, but he hasn't really batted that much. I mean, he last time I saw him bat, he had a triple against Pennington, but other than that, I haven't seen him except on the base path. But here we go. He gets a chance here. Can he do something for this Egan team? His first pitch is low for ball one. This pitch is popped up foul. First baseman gives it a look, and it's over and out of play. The 1-1 is sent into right field, going back, and he makes the catch. So that's better contact, but again, it's at someone. Now we got Keegan Johnson coming up, and top of the order, bottom of the sixth. This is where the seniors and leaders like Keegan and Connor need to just take their team and carry them on their back and bring them to something. As the first pitch to Keegan is upstairs for ball one.
They really do have to set a tone, be the seniors, be a leader in this organization, be the people you look up to, because these guys, this could be their last game at this field. This could be the last time through it. They
Keegan's jammed by that pitch. It's bobbled by the third baseman. Still gets the throw off in time. Oh man, now Keegan's grabbing his hamstring down the line, and I I was gonna say it doesn't look like he was hustling out of the box, but holding his hamstring going to the dugout, that would definitely be why. As now with two outs, Danny Freitag's up.
That was a measly hit up the middle. Third baseman quickly over bobbled it. Keegan did look a little slow coming out of the box. I don't know. Maybe it was on the swing. The hamstring kind of got tender. Maybe not pulled it, but felt something in there. Kind of gave him a little bit of a jog down. It's unfortunate because typically Keegan is a sprinter out the box and typically loves to mess with the defense, give them at least some kind of challenge.
First pitch to Freitag is swung on and missed for strike one. Next pitch is shot up right side. First baseman over towards the stands. Left fielder, right fielder made an attempt at the catch. He actually hopped over the barrier there, but luckily for Freitag, it was a little too far out. And count will quickly go to 0-2. So
Good hustle out there by the boiling right fielder, trying to make an attempt. Looked like he almost got it, maybe about a foot out of reach, and then flipped over the fence. He is okay though. Probably feel that in the morning, but
Hauser stepping up to the mound. Freitag stepping up to the box. Need something here if you're Egan. I said that all middle innings, but you need it here. Here is the 0-2 pitch. Down low in the dirt. We'll go to 1-2. The 1-2. Outside, go to 2-2. 2-2. Popped up. Center field, straight away. He makes the catch and another hitless, quiet inning for Egan. And I obviously don't want to say it's done, but the way it's looking out here, I mean, I don't really
Let's not say
see
it's
much
done,
action.
Matt, because again, the game's not over. The bell has not rung on this Conwell-Egan 2026 team. They are not done whatsoever. There is still another turn to play. But what we will say is it's quiet. The boys are quiet, the fans are quiet. This backyard baseball is quiet.
Yeah, it's just dead. I mean, the body language, we can see Dalton Johnson going to center now. Garfolo going to left. I mean, or pretty on that one. Just kind of went into the outfield. Now the next pitch to McMahon is outside for ball one, and bit of inconsistency behind the plate here. Saw this in the PCL Championship, seen it here today. Here's the 1-0. It's down. Kalita looking to throw to second. Runner went back to first. Count 2-0. Here's the 0-2 pitch. They're not going to throw over, and He's safe at
No, he got
first.
him for sure. He got him there.
Everyone in the broadcasting booth jumping up, saying he was out. He was definitely out there. And just that kind of day for Egan. Gonna throw over again. Safe again.
It's good pickup times. That runner is looking to go. I mean, he's dangling out there. He's playing out there. He's jumpy. He's definitely looking to go. If not this pitch, definitely the next.
Throws over again. He's back. Two zero. Quick pitch, swung on and missed. Runner didn't go. Counted 2-1 now. There's the pitch. The quick pitch is outside for ball 3, 3-1. Three one is low for ball 4. So now we got 2 on and nobody out for Snyder. Snyder homered way back in the third to put Boiling Springs up 4-0. It was 1-0 at that time. Had a 3-run shot there. And since then, Hauser's just been cruising on the mound. So Landau against Snyder, and that's been a strike all day. Called a ball there. Kalita and Landau both don't like that one. It'll start 1-0.
So there's a right to not like that. That's the same pitch, even better pitches than strikes that have been called before. And they're just not going the Eagles' way.
1-0 is hacked off foul.
You can definitely tell Snyder is looking to hit another home run today with these swings. Just all power. Not looking to put a ball play, just put it over the fence.
The 1-1 is slapped to left, and that's going to fall. Runners advance one base, and it's bases loaded, no outs for Beck coming up, and it's just not looking like the Egan team we've seen most of the year today. Infield pinching in now. Here is pitch. Is in there for strike one. The 0-1 is grounded into left field for a base hit. One run's going to score. Here comes another one. He's going to score. It is 6-0 Boiling Springs, and that might be, unfortunately, the dagger for Egan. I don't want to say that. I don't want to think that, but just not looking like anything is going their way. I mean, and now here comes Manto out to the mound. Possibly another pitching change, but just it's just one of those games I don't even know what to say. It's just upsetting to watch.
There's nothing to say, Matt. I mean, it's sloppy work all around by the Eagles. Boiling is just finding those hits, finding those zones, whether it be bloop or balls through the infield. It looks like Manto is just up there. If I had to take two guesses out here, I'd say one, trying to get his team to like still finish the game, or two, maybe they have a pitcher in the pen and needs to give him more time to warm up. Either way, these guys have to figure something out, whether they want to stall the game for another pitcher or put it away.
Runners on first and second. Squaring a bunt, bunts it down the first base line. Marriott over. They flip to first for the out. Runners advance to second and third. They do get the out at first. And it's going to be George at the plate with 2 more runners in scoring position and a 6-0 lead. First pitch to George is upstairs for ball 1. Landau set, ready for the 1-0. Fouls it off his back foot. Even to 1-1. The 1-1. Upstairs, it'll be 2-1. Who won? Get low and gets by Kalita, and another run's going to score. It's 7-0 Boiling Springs.
This this is a game for sure for the Eagles. I mean, how much more can you take before you're just fully done? I mean, they're still battling out. The game's not over. Again, they're on the field. They're fighting, trying to keep runners at bay. It's not working out in their favor whatsoever. And the end of the game is near. Everyone can see that. I mean, again, this backyard is quiet as you can see from the right side, disregarding the boiling dugout.
3-2 is tapped down the line foul.
Yeah, this is definitely a game to forget here, especially for the seniors for Vegan. It's definitely one to forget. You never want your last game to look like this, especially as a senior. I mean, being no hit through 6 innings, it's just not something you want to remember as your last game.
3-2 again. This one is driven into left. Garfolo going back. He won't get it. It's going to hit the fence. Another run's going to score. It's 8-0. Panto's coming back out to the mound here. Looks like we got Anthony Womack coming in out of the dugout to pitch, and it's 8-0. 8 hits and 4 errors. All right, so Womack will be the pitcher here for Egan, and all you can do is just get to your half of the inning and hope to do literally anything if you're Egan. Just you got to end on. It's just I don't really know how to describe it. It's just upsetting to watch this happen to this Egan team. If it's such a good year and it's been so fun to watch them play, and it's just all come crashing down today. Here is Womack's first pitch, fouled straight back, and start 0-1 with one out and a runner at second here.
Hey, I mean, we can talk all we want. We can say how much of a fun year it is, how much baseball we love to watch by this Eagles. But again, the game is still going on right here. Anthony Womack, yes, had a fumble in the championship against LaSalle, but this is his new outing, this new pitching, this new redemption for him as a senior. To leave off a good note,
This one is fly to left. Landau in there for Garfolo will make the catch, and we got two outs. Runner stays at second. It's Landau out there and left makes the catch. First pitch is also popped up. Left side, Landau on the run. He's got it in fair territory, so it's a good way to end the inning if you're Egan off a couple pop-ups. And
good comeback from Womack. I'd say after this
it was a good
championship thing, no, rounds of applauses are going out for him. I mean, that's a way to end. That's a way to end your senior season. I'd say as a pitcher, just going out on a high note, making sure not to give up any runs there. So good, good job by him. Good job the way he was able to punch his ticket into a nice, soft, safe ending as a Conwell-Egan Eagle.
yeah, so now it's going to be top of the Egan lineup. It looks like Landau will be leading off against Phoenix Hauser, who has pretty much given up absolutely nothing to Egan other than two walks. So need to do something to at least break this up. End on somewhat of an, I don't want to say good note, but an okay note. Not get no hit in your final game. But if there's someone to get a hit and lead off, it would probably be Landau and Kalita, the 1-2 guys, excuse me, the 3-4 guys up next, first two batters in this inning. All right, so bottom 7. Boiling Springs up 8-0 on 8 hits and 4 Egan errors. Someone needs to get the Egan dugout going. I mean, it's completely dead over there. But if someone's to get it going, it's Connor Landau up at the plate, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. Next pitch. Inside for strike two, and that's just another way how this game's going. Just sums it up. Now Landau's got it 0-2. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, he got him. So one out here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Kalita is swung on and missed for strike one.
Again, swinging at that outside pitch. What are you gonna do when the ump's calling it? Nothing. You just got to make the attempt.
Next pitch bounce near the plate. It'll be 1-1. Next pitch is popped up behind the plate. Catcher jumping back makes the catch, and we got 2 outs. And Jake McLean, the last hope here for Egan.
This is the person that coincidentally you have up to the plate, the starting pitcher for the game, now here in this spot to shine, keep this game going. And he hasn't been amazingly outstanding this year, McLean at the plate, but he has had some strong at bats. He has some strong hits, some good game time situation hits. And if you're ever expecting a game time situation hit, this is where it is.
First pitch is grounded right side.
It's
It's going
through.
to leak
As I
into
said it,
right field for a base hit. So McLean gets a 2-out single with TJ Hicks coming up.
as I said it, McLean, your in time situation hitter. It wasn't a barrel, but it was a job done. Getting on base, keeping the game alive, getting rid of that no hitter, I may add. Wink, wink. There we go. Get rid of no hitter. No time like the present to do such a thing.
Gotta start
Yeah,
somewhere.
Jake McLean was definitely not going to go down swinging there in that at bat after the PCL championship game, and I think everybody on the field knew that.
Hicks pops the first one up back and foul. And we'll start 0-1. Pitch to Hicks. His low for ball 1. We'll go to 1-1. Pitch is in there for strike 2. So now Egan down to their final strike.
I know TJ has had a difficult time hitting this year, especially at the plate, especially coming off of a last year season for himself. But if this is where you want to be in the heat of a moment, you have to swing the bat and you have to have a good ball
1-2.
hit. As
Is
that
a
is
called
not
strike
a
3.
strike.
A foot and a half. A good bit off the plate, and that has summarized the entire game. That was completely off the plate. Everyone on the Egan side jumping up at it, and that is. I thought the way to end the PCL championship was bad. That was even worse if you're Egan. You don't even go down giving a chance. You don't even get a chance on that pitch because of how outside it is. You can't even swing at it. You can't even hit that ball. It's so outside, and it gets called a strike. That just gets completely taken out of your hand there, and it just kills the moment. And it's just unfortunate to watch with the way this team has gone, way this season's been for Egan.
See, a little bit of a Phineas and Ferb especially may be at this, but like if I had a nickel for every time a playoff run ended for these Conwell-Egan Eagles off of an outside horrible call, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but the mere coincidence of it happening twice is outstanding. Yes, the Boiling pitcher had a fantastic game, pitching, hitting good spots, but he did have a little bit help. Again, if there was less errors by the Egan defense, maybe a little bit more timely hitting by their offense, the game could definitely have been different. And there's just nothing to do. It's a sad, sad way to end their second playoffs.
Signing off, guys, for one final time as the Sheridan was muted. I was ready to go off the air, but no. Nice job by our just want to thank them for all the work that they did. Great calls behind Mike. We'll let you get your little sign off one more time in a second. But no, great job this season. A lot of compliments all around. We wish you nothing but the best of luck moving forward. And if there's anything that you need from us, feel free to reach out.
Yeah, thank you for that, Connor. And as I said when I was mic'd, or when I was muted, I know not all of us have been on a mic on the air this year, but for all of us, it's been a great experience. So thank you, Doc, for bringing this club to Egan and giving us this experience because this is something I've had random interest in. I've never actually gotten to do, and it's just been really fun the last year and a half getting to do this.
Oh, for one final time, for myself, Matt Sheridan, Sean McGovern, Edward Lahr, and Christian Thaw, thank you.